Hi everyone, it's Zorine Te coming to you live from the Yahoo Esports studio. I've got Jaron Clinton on the line, aka Monkeys Forever. Jaron, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Great, thank you. I do believe you're calling in live from Boston. How is it over there?
It's pretty fantastic. Other than a few power outages in our practice rooms, it's been it's been pretty good.
And this is your first time going into such a big tournament with the team Complexity. How's the experience been so far with that team?
It's been very intense. The captain, Swindlemelons, he's very I don't know. He's almost like a perfectionist, but in a good way. He really wants the team to like succeed and I don't know, just go far. So I mean, it's a new atmosphere for me, but I really enjoy it.
So you guys recently came back from the Northern Arena Beat Invitational with not so favorable results. How did that affect your preparation going into the Boston Major?
Uh, it didn't really affect us too much. I didn't even know I was going to be playing with Complexity until like 12 hours before that tournament. They literally messaged me, or Kyle messaged me, and he was just like, "Hey, do you want to fly out to Montreal in 12 hours?" And I was like, "Sure." So, uh, we didn't really even play many games before like our officials. We played like in total 4 games or something. So we weren't having like the highest of hopes. We were happy we even got to just take 1 game off of eHome, but it was more just like we were just looking for experience for the team there, and that's it. We definitely got it. Like we got more comfortable in front of crowds and with each other, and just we had a better idea of what we wanted to do. And then the next 3 weeks, we just practiced very hard for Boston.
That sounds really full on. I mean, being messaged 12 hours beforehand. Did you have an idea like something like that would happen? Were you talking to Complexity beforehand, or was it a
I
complete surprise?
I mean, it was literally I was playing a pub one night, and Kyle just he messaged me in the middle of one of their series against NP for I want to say it was like the Summit qualifier, and one of their players just left the team in the middle of the series, and he told me to abandon my pub and ring for them, and then I just started going to LAN events with them and lived in the team house and everything. So it was very last second for everything.
Wow, you're living the dream, dude. That sounds awesome. So, speaking of Boston Major, what are your top 3 predictions?
I have to say us in first. I mean, we're just gonna win.
Uh huh.
Uh, but I mean, if if I'm going with just top 3 teams at the event right now, I would say, in my eyes, it would be. I want to say VP Wings and OG, excluding Complexity, of course.
And why VP Wings OG in particular? What makes you think them?
I think Wings and VP are just like incredibly versatile teams who just really have defined play styles and they know exactly what they want to do. OG, they just have like excellent teamwork and they know exactly how they want to come back into the game and succeed, and like eventually win. They don't let I don't know, they don't tilt. I think they're just an excellent team, and they work together really well.
Do you think that the Dota 2 scene needs more Valve sponsored events throughout the year or less? Or do you think the current system works?
I think the current system is pretty good. I mean, for example, the last year when they had 3 majors and then the TI, I thought that was a bit over cramped. Like, team, you got home from a LAN event, and then like Valve are making you prepare for the next major like immediately. I think this allows teams to kind of relax a bit more. Um, but overall, I think 2 majors and a TI is like pretty good right now.
It feels like there's also quite a bit of instability in the Dota 2 scene with players shuffling between teams quite frequently. Do you think this is a good or bad thing, or what would you like to see changed?
I mean, it's very hard to force teams to stay together from like an outside point of view. You know, sometimes you have a group of 5 players and it just doesn't work out. So, I mean, I can understand Valve's initial attempt at roster locks to just like you have to keep this team, or like you won't be able to play in our events, or you'll have to go through open qualifiers and regionals and everything. But I mean, then look at what happened to EG and Secret after 1 month. They just wanted to switch rosters because it just obviously didn't work. So, I mean, I think the current system works out best because the teams aren't really getting, they're not getting screwed out of their spots in Valve events from just having internal conflicts. So it's I like this system a lot more than the previous one because it gives teams some leniency, but it still encourages staying together, which is in the end what I'm sure like viewers and organizations want.
We've been in this current meta for a while now. What are you looking forward to seeing in the upcoming patch?
Honestly, I'm just looking forward to change in general. I mean, this patch has been here for 7, 8 months now or something, maybe even more. The thing that I've always loved about Dota is how constantly they change everything. Like, I would argue this is like the best meta Dota has seen, and like since it's been a thing. But it just it still needs to change because that's what makes Dota Dota. Like you get to see a new patch and you get to try out all of these new things and intricacies and just I don't know. You get to like become a team again in competitive because it's just you have to listen to each other's ideas and figure out everything that you want to do and what your play style is going to be with a new patch and everything. So there's not really anything in specific I look forward to, but it's just I just look forward to change as a whole because Ice Frog has always, or like he's never failed to deliver with that.
And what about Monkey King coming to Dota 2? What are your thoughts on him?
Oh, I'm very excited that he's the first original hero concept to Dota, so or at least Dota 2. So I'm very excited for him. And also, I mean, I'm monkeys forever, so I'm gonna be spamming that hero nonstop.
Awesome. And finally, my last question for you is, what are your plans for 2017?
I'm hoping to stick with complexity and just continue to go to events. And, I really like this team. I like the players. And, Dota has always been something that I've wanted to do in my life. So I just hope I can continue to do it.
Awesome. Thanks very much for your time, Jaron. My name's Zorine Te, and for more Dota 2 coverage, we will be following the Boston Major across the weekend, so be sure to stay tuned to Yahoo Esports.